Bug is one of those plays that it gets more and more prescient as time goes on. This play was written 30 years ago, and it was prescient then. Today, it's like, oh, God.
For those who maybe don't know, tell me who she is and what you're enjoying about digging into her again for Broadway now.
Agnes is a waitress in Oklahoma. She's living in a motel. She's had kind of a tragic life, but she's still getting up every day. She's still looking for connection on some level, and she finds it in another lonely drifter who comes into her life, and then they descend into this shared delusion.
There's actually a psychological condition where we conform to somebody else's vision of the world, and I realized we do that to some degree in love, right?
I think that's something that I have had to experience in my life, which is that some of the people we love are going to go off somewhere and maybe get a little lost. But I don't know. That's part of everyone's life, and I think it is useful to watch a play where that's happening.
What I'm interested to know is I was doing some research about it, and I know that originally this kind of all started when you heard about the news about the Oklahoma City bombing, and that kind of what sparked the initial idea for all this?
It's true. We'd never really seen anything like it, and I think for a lot of Americans at the time it was a real eye-opener about just how deep the roots of anti-government sentiment and conspiracy theory, just how deep the roots of that went, and just how passionately they were felt by a strata of our society.
Peter Evans is a young vet who is a loner. He is very intelligent. What you learn about him is that he has some things going on with him mentally.
I've actually directed both David in a play, and I've directed Tracy in a play, and to have relationships over 25 or 30 years that get to culminate in a Broadway production is thrilling.
We on Broadway have the opportunity to hear so many really wonderful stories. Why do you think Bug is a story that we need to hear in 2026?
Well, it's a love story, which we all like, between two really profoundly broken people.
It's so thought-provoking in terms of like today.
Sure.
I mean, the sense of paranoia, the desperation for understanding what's going on.
You see it like written, summarized, and you're like conspiracy theory, and then tragic love story, and so I don't necessarily think comedy. So tell me about the comedy of the show.
Look, Tracy's plays are always funny.
Always.
Like it or not, like them or not, they're always funny. He always says that if people are laughing, they're listening. And so there's just a lot of really plot-specific humor in the piece, really relatable people, and but it is also very moving. And so what do you want for your money? You're going to get it all. You're going to get laughs, you're going to get a tragic love story, you're going to get blood, nudity, all the things.
It's an amazing ride for an audience. It's funny, and it's sexy, and yet it turns and to become very, very scary and horrifying. And because of that, it's just a great ride.